Greetings, everyone. This is me again, Zara Bazak. I have to. I'm supposed to rest, but I've come in a hurry. Um, just to share this on my Facebook pages right now that I didn't. Uh, they're putting me down. They won't let me celebrate. They're scrutinizing me too much, using every bit of my weakness or mental illness condition that I'm in. So while making food, my food has not digested properly. So please bear with me here. And sorry, the um, last live stream, this Muslim came. I asked him what is his name. He didn't give me. And then I felt he was a bit dishonest also. And a personal no, but please, this is very easy if you Muslims, any Muslims care to see, respected Muslims. No one is putting you down personally, right? Sarcastically or, no, I may sound sarcastic, but I really mean it. This is to say, I have won, and if the Muslims care to see, have the heart to see this, that their Tawhid has been shattered, fallen apart. Many would be saved by the punishments, draconian, horrid punishments like cutting off hands, flogging for adultery, fornication, apostasy, being scared, ex-Muslims having threats that they would be killed or something, right? Or being scared in the Islamic countries where they mete out these kind of punishments for apostates, or even um, the minorities in Pakistan, like who false blames are put on the accusations that they Gustaki ki Rasulullah ki, and then for the driver who shot the judge of Bibi Asia, they celebrate for him. But today, who will celebrate, right? They won't even let me be happy in the truth that I found, honestly and humbly. If someone came here and said, who was it, M16? I think they said that, why don't you go and refute the professor, Islamic professor in the Zayed University, right? So the way they were scrutinizing me here in my mind, right, taking a toll on my being while I was preparing food and all this, is that terribly, I can't put in detail. I've just done a live stream on Facebook on that. I came compelled on that because if I sleep over it, I'll forget most of the things. Like even now, I've forgotten. So let alone sleeping over it. So this Muslim who came, like they saying no personal attack, but I could see that when they said that they would choose for Surah Takwir Ayat 20 a Sahih International's translation, I could see a slight dishonesty in them. That's not the way to do research. That's not an honest way. And even being humble. So while, you see, because if, let's suppose, like if Zakir Naik, Dr. Zakir Naik had won, right? Maybe the whole Islamic Sunni Muslim, his Muslim leaders would award him and do that. What is my award? In fact, as a norm, I wouldn't ask for any award, but what do I have? I have to thank them, right? That they haven't killed me yet, they've saved my life. So they would say that. Wouldn't they say that from their side? This is my award. I could not ask for being well known, like have an award, right? Financially help. You sit down, be quiet. You're mad, mentally challenged. We've allowed you. Actually, when I thought that no, I don't want any award, I was like, wait a minute. They've helped you. They've saved your life. So all this, right? Sorry, in the nighttime, although my neighbor could be very traumatized by my shouting, screaming, and all this, they have something on for like most of the day, a TV or something. And so now, right now it's very quiet, right? But I can hear in the daytime till evening, TV, things going on, what do you call that? TV on or something on, okay? So I'm sorry, I have to do this even, so I could hear the sound in the background while doing my live streams during the daytime or even in the evening time. So maybe you don't hear it. It's good if you don't hear it, and this uh, mic is like, keeping the background sound away. Yeah, so this. I have to speak a little softly because it's quite late here. Okay, now do you see what I have saved by finding this ayat and only comparing it with Surah Takwir ayat 20, right, for now? Compro station. Hi. Hello. Is that in capital letters? No. Can't see it properly. I don't have those. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my goodness. Ooh. No, it's not. Hello, Compro station. Welcome here. Sorry, I thought this eye is. Maybe I don't wear the stronger glasses. Uh, the Muslims trying to come here and distract me, and I could see it in violation of my privacy, that they want to subdue me and kill my spirit or pull my spirit down. So sorry if that's a high eye without the oh my god, I just oh, dropped my glass, paper glass. I could throw it, but so nothing in it, right? Okay, maybe a little bit of. Okay, so Muslims may not have the heart to see this. Surah 17, Ayat 42. Let me see my introduction, how slow I am. 9 minutes. Hello, what can I do for you now? It's a hi with that. Okay. Now I've just worn my glasses, stronger ones. Hello, sorry. I thought that you have used capital letters, conversation. So I'm quite on guard right now, like someone who's going to be attacked mentally and all that here also by Muslims. Okay, so sorry, uh, very fearful, very defensive, in a defensive mode, in a combat mode, but defensive, not going out to get people. Okay, Surah 17, ayat 42 says, "Say, O Muhammad, that there have been other gods." Now, this saying of God is saying, so it's quotation marks, had there been other gods with him, as they claim, the polytheists. So let's get this ayat straight. God is saying, had there been other gods with him, as they claim, they would surely have tried to find a way to the Lord of the throne. It's not the polytheists saying they would surely have tried to find a way to the Lord of the throne. It's God telling the polytheists, had there been other gods with Allah, Him, as they claim, the polytheists claim that there are other gods with Him. And then Allah says, they would surely have attempted or tried, another simple meaning, because I see that some Muslim come here, he doesn't understand like what I'm trying to say. Very simple. Try to find a way to the Lord of the throne. Allah is saying this, that they would surely have tried. Polytheists are not saying this. Polytheists are only saying that there are other gods with Him. You understand? Let me show you various translations that I've chosen for this ayat. Okay? Okay, now I'm just showing you from a search of the, no, yeah, this is my chosen. So, okay, but let me, no, what I'll do is read word by word. Hindutva is here. Hi Hindutva, welcome, and I'm back. Thank you, welcome back. Thank you for being here. So, this will save a lot of people because the whole Tawhid of Islam falls apart. That there's one God alone, who is the Lord of the throne and who is the owner of power. But that's not true. In Surah Takwir it says that, ayat 20, that Rasul Kareem is also the owner of power with the Lord of the throne secure. With the Lord of the throne secure, owner of the throne secure. So, Surah 17, ayat 42. Word by word translation here. Do you see this? It may not be clear for you. Quran.com. Do you see this? It's Surah Isra 42. Qul, say. God is saying, say, if there were with Him, not even besides Him, with Allah, yani with Him. Him is a capital H with a capital H. Gods with Him. Please note this. As they say, as the polytheists say, then Allah goes on to complete His sentence. Surely they would have sought to the owner of the throne away. The polytheists are not saying this. Okay? So please get that right if you haven't. Because I got confused after some time. Polytheists are not saying this. And if the polytheists said this, that then, it would change a little bit this ayat, but the point would be the same and the proof would be the same. Say, if there were with Him, excuse me, say, if there were with Him, Allah, gods. This absurd way of writing, getting the revelation is like unclear. Him, please make sure that this Him is not that, like in translators have made mistake in Surah Fat ayat 9. Right? Here, Him is Allah. If there were with Him, gods, with Him, Allah, with Allah, gods, as they say, the polytheists say, then. So this sentence, this word means that Allah has continued saying, what he wants to convey. Surely, so Allah himself is saying that surely they would have sought to the owner of Zi Quwwat, Zi al Arsh, Zi al Arsh, Zi al Arsh, right? Away, Sabila, away. Polities are only saying here, idolaters of polities are only saying here that there are many gods with Allah. But Allah himself is saying that had there were many gods with him, tell the polytheists, as the polytheists claim. Look at how it's trying to. It could be. It's a tricky thing. Like you could. People who don't know Arabic and even reading English translation could make a mistake, or in their own language, I don't know, if they are low in comprehension, like I am. And then the Muslims come here and they could be using this, that you have been low in comprehension and all this, and have made some mistakes, you know. Please, I've rechecked. So, if I keep making mistakes, yeah, it would, many followers I will maybe not have, it would give a bad name to me, but one day I will get it right. But don't worry, it's not that serious. It wouldn't make such a big difference. Surah 17, ayat 42. Say, O Muhammad, if quotation marks start, if there had been with him gods, as they say, then they each would have sought to the owner of the throne away. Allah is saying this, that they would have sought to. Polytheists are not saying that if there were many gods, no, that are many gods with him, are seeking to the owner of the throne away, to praise it, to praise him, or whatever. So let's be clear on this. Let me show you the multilingual Quran Shia commentary also on this. This is right, what Aka Medipuya says. I even got corrected in my first live stream on this, right? So what Aka Medipuya says explains that not even they, like I made a mistake in the beginning about this of my first live stream, that it could be the polytheists saying that they could reach the Lord of the throne through their gods. So that I'm even correcting myself on that. And coming back to correct myself, which I didn't in my previous live stream. But the first live stream on this, I made a mistake. And I didn't correct it in my previous live stream. Please have a look at this. Surah 17, ayat 42 says, say if there were with him gods, as they say if. You see here, Shakir doesn't put quotation marks. You see this? Like how, yeah, because it's got semicolon, doesn't have to. So Allah is saying that they would have been able to seek a way to the Lord of power. Now, So Ali commentary, or Puya Ali commentary says here, there is only one true God. If the minor gods of the polytheists are endowed with any power at all, they would have surely endeavored, tried to seek out a way to the Lord of the Arsh, to contend with Allah, and to execute their own will. Sorry, I have to move it a little bit so you can try to see. I'll try to, if you can see, right? So in this whole sentence, the only thing polytheists are saying is that there are many gods with Allah. So please do your research, and when you stumble on it, then yourself, it would be better. Okay? Uh, so when you compare what Allah is saying here about the polytheists, that Allah having many with him many gods, right? Gods or many. Let's put a stress on this. English is right. It's better. I would, if I say many gods, then it's like a cliche, or what is it in grammatical, uh, this thing, correction, perfect, how the grammar is, grammatical, this thing, false or true, right or wrong. Grammatically, it would be wrong to say many gods. So there's a name for it in grammar. So this is perfect grammar. Like if there were with him gods, it's already plural. I don't have to say many gods. Okay? As they say. I'm just putting stress on this. With him many gods, as they say. Then certainly they would have been able to seek a way to the Lord of the throne. Or to the Lord of power, sorry. So, to the Lord of power? Isn't it the Lord of the Arsh? Throne? Yeah, so there's also these different translations really. They're kind of confusing now. Shakir's translation. Isn't it the Lord of Arsh? Lord of power will be Kuwati. Okay, so this made me, no, it didn't make me, but Lord of the Arsh, to contend with Allah. Clear? Simple? That it's, so, problem is your own translators and things like that. Also, and my problem is that lack of not being able to explain properly and low comprehension. I make mistakes, so you could use that against me. Problem is that many human beings, this isn't like common in human beings, they don't see their own mistakes, but they like to point at other people's mistakes, very quickly. This also I've seen happening to me here also, in like violation of my privacy, schizophrenia thing. I'm being checked and scrutinized very stringently, strictly. A Muslim would come here, get me at the wrong time when I've said, that I'm really traumatized. And then say, why are you attacking, or like personal? Why are you being personal? He did last live stream. So they would point anything they get when I'm more, my trauma has been agitated, I've been agitated. They say like, they've just come now and they don't get it. Can you please repeat yourself? Do you understand? So now, definitely, please yourselves see this, to save apostates, ex-Muslims of today. In the world where there is, we'll kill, we'll threaten you, you are taking it out of context. Muslims blaming ex-Muslims. Me in small things, and getting me at the time when my trauma has been aggravated, like my traumatic self. This word, they don't leave anything. And then I have to be on guard, and like, you should be clever, diplomatic. Don't shout at them. Don't raise your voice. Don't all of a sudden, like, get a nervous breakdown here on them. Otherwise, they will use, they're just, you know, like we say in Urdu, कि दुश्मन तो खरा है मरा तैयार कि कुछ तुम्हारा वीकनेस देखे और उधर अटैक करे. और फिर क्या है कि if Dr. Zakir Naik won in this debate, तो वो तो अच्छा, I don't mind, right? लेकिन आप उनका सोचें, उनका सोचें. और अवार्ड का छोड़ दें अभी कि डॉक्टर जाकिर नाइक को क्या अवार्ड मिलेगा और कौन उनको अवार्ड देने वाला है, right? Who will give him an award and what award will he get and what well-known, renowned, uh, think of me, right? I was just saying, I don't want any award or award, thank you so much. But then I realized that what am I saying? If I see, because they caught me. You are not humble. You should be grateful. This is our reward. That we have at least you are doing this. Where? And we are at least saving your life and all this. What if they bring that against me? I just realized while I was preparing food and eating, my food hasn't been digested properly. So I went on live stream Facebook and then I've come here. Okay? Both, doing both things, my condition and case and how the Muslims can get you. Ex-Muslim, especially me. Even I think using Alisha ex-Muslim. Because I was just, they made me, they gave that Nadim server Noha in my mind. But Kalam there, but you were also but Kalam. You were also abusing him and all this. So you are nowhere near Zaid, Bibi Zainab, right? So I said, yes, I'm nowhere near Bibi Zainab, right? I'm that, I think I'm Radharani and, females they worship who are rebellious Satans. But then I was like, okay, if you're using that against me, and you want to tell the world, look, Shia, the world, then academically I'm right here. I've seen it. And there's a complete total collapse of Tawhid between Surah 17 ayat 42 and Surah Takwir ayat 20. In Surah Takwir ayat 20, it says that the possessor, Rasul Kareem is the possessor of power, Zu al-Quwwati, is also an attribute of Allah, which he uses for himself in Surah Zariyat, ayat 58, I think, or which one? 50, right? So, there's already, now this possessor of power, Zu Quwwati, Rasul Kareem, is already with the owner of the throne, Arshi. Zu Arshi, secure in position. So what happens? Thin line comes in between one God and many gods. Because of the reason God has given here in Surah 17 ayat 42, that they would surely have attempted to find a way to the Lord of the throne. And you see, there's also a mistake here, a grammatical mistake. Surah 17, ayat 42. Why didn't there should be a closed quotation mark. You know, when the speaker is speaking and when you're in a book or novel, when you're writing, if you've started a quotation mark, you have to end it 1742. these problems you see have come up. Let me see if I made the mistake of not getting the end quotation marks. Where did I get this from? Oh, from Tafimul Quran Abul Ala Maududi. So there's a footnote there, but there's no quotation closed. Quotation. There's no closed quotation marks. You see this? And then maybe the closed quotation marks. Okay. No, they're not. So you see, in this whole ayat, Allah is saying, hope you get it. It's finished Tawhid. Not only partners with Allah, wahdahu la sharika lah. See, O Muhammad, had there been other gods with him, as they claim, they would surely have attempted to find a way to the Lord of the throne. Quotation marks closed. Which are not there. Footnote 1. That is, they would have themselves tried their best to become masters of the throne. This is because if there had been more than one partners in Godhead, it would produce one of the two results. Number one, if they were all independent gods, it was not conceivable that they would agree and cooperate with one another in the management of the boundless universe, and there could never have been unanimity, uniformity, and balanced proportion in its functioning. There would have been conflict at every step, and every one would have tried to dominate others in order to become its sole master. Or, number two, if one of them had been the supreme God, and the others his obedient servants, whom he had delegated some of his powers. Like in Surah Takwir, but it doesn't. Zi Kuwati, Rasul Kareem, Surah Takwir 20. Then, according to the maxim, power corrupts, they would never have been content with remaining obedient servants of the Supreme God. This is against Surah Takwir 20. Even the footnote is against Surah. This number 2. Even if one of his obedient servants, like Rasul Kareem, we are told in Surah Takwir 19, and then 20, he is Zukuwati, with the owner of the throne secure. So I'm very tired, my shoulders are hurting. I just came here to just show you this, that this part of Sunni footnote or non-Shia is going against Surah. You see? At least accept this, right? At least accept it. Is going against Surah Takwir 20. Rasul Kareem was the Quwati, owner of power. Okay? So, please don't come here to distract me. Oh yeah, and I get it even in, not only here on YouTube live stream, but in my privacy due to schizophrenia being controlled. I feel my mind is being controlled, my thoughts are being controlled, and they hurl at me what they want to hurl at me and question me and scrutinize me. What do you say? It's not my plagued body. I'm too on case. Broken body, broken self. Okay? So this surely, if the Quran.com, if you come to Quran.com, Sunni Muslims, so please do your research. We have one. So it gives a very, comparing Now you see the different translations also here. Because I've really, it's hurting my throat now. I have to lose, God, I think they're having, so this is not one day that I had troubled someone on Facebook about, but this is like ongoing for me, and the punishments are severe in Islam. You could save someone out there. This could save someone. So, ex-Muslims, please take this. My throat is straining. I feel it. Right? Maybe they even tried to kill me. They don't care. But they thought that, of course, I will not be killed. They know I will not be killed. I throw up many times. I have been with headache, sick. You know how this has destroyed Tawhid? Because had there been, God is saying, say to them, say to these polytheists, had there been other gods with him, not even besides him, other gods with him, as they claim, the polytheists, right? These gods would surely have attempted to find a way to the Lord of the throne. Allah is saying this, that these gods would have surely attempted to find a way to the Lord of the throne. Arshi, the Arshi. Now, so exalted is he and high above what they say by great sublimity. What's this? First of all, I don't understand. I don't know. Try to figure these two out. Like the next ayat is exalted is he. But then Allah Himself is saying that they would have surely tried to find a way to the Lord of the throne, meaning Allah doesn't want them to find a way to the Lord of the throne and then try to jeopardize and depose Allah. And of course, He can't depose Allah, right? Like what the commentary is explaining, Shia, under this ayat in multilingual Quran. So this ayat seems to be stolen or some wrongdoing. Exalted is he. Is Allah saying, no, this can't be stolen. Wait a minute. This has got, anyways, whatever the next ayat, but that we find in Surah, whatever it says, exalted is he high above what they say. But then He Himself is saying that, Allah Himself is saying that they would find a way to the Lord of the throne, trying to. And if they do, then your tafsir starts explaining, depose Allah, power corrupts, even if a servant of Allah, Abdullah, gets this power. Things like that. So, and then exalted, 43 ayat of Surah 17. Exalted is he and high above what they say by great sublimity. What's this? Of course not, they will not reach there. But you yourself are saying that they would find a way to the Lord of the throne, or try to. And that's not right. God knows, so Allah is contradicting Himself, and that's another problem in 42 and 43. But the problem, the proof here is very clear about, and so I can't say it succinctly. Surah Takwir 20 says, it is this Rasul Kareem who is the possessor of power, and he's with the owner of the throne secure. So he's already with the owner of there's this servant of Allah, Abdullah, or angel of Allah, but he's called Rasul Kareem. in 19 ayat we see of Surah Takwir. And he is the possessor of power, Zi Quwwati, right? He's Zi Quwwati or Quwwatin. I just, okay, this is the attribute of Allah also. And he is the owner of power. And with the Lord of the throne secure. With the owner of the throne, Zi al-Arshi secure. So many contradictions, attribute, same, tafsir, and then he's already with the owner of the throne. He's not jeopardizing the throne. He's not taking over because he's secure with the owner of the throne. And Allah has put, this is Allah's ayat, in agreement. Rasul Kareem, yani, you people, the Muslims say, some Muslims say, i.e. Jibrail, right? Because they read the rest of the verses. So there's another one with, along with God, the owner of the throne, the owner of power, and he is also this Rasul Kareem, the owner of power. The same attribute with and the owner of the throne, Arshi. And Allah is the owner of the throne. Only Allah has called himself the owner. In this attribute, I don't think he's given it to anyone in the Quran. But owner of power, he's given it to this Rasul Kareem. And this Rasul Kareem, owner of power, is with the owner of the throne. Secure. So how could Allah tell? The polytheist here in Surah 79:42. Zalmi hours. Hallelujah, man. Hello, Zalmi. What's that for? Sorry. I'm not a Christian. So, okay, but hallelujah, sir. Okay, so what happens here? Even the gods here, I'm not too well, sorry. Thank you for asking anyway. Even the gods, you see these gods with him, if there were, God says, as the polytheists claim, they would surely have attempted, tried to find a way to the Lord of the throne. What does God mean by this? Yes, Salmi here, ma'am. Sir, okay, welcome. Okay, can you please just stay on the topic right now? Thank you. Right here. So what it means is that had there been other gods with them, as they claim, they would Allah is saying they would surely have attempted. The polytheists are not saying this, that they would surely have attempted, but Allah is saying they would surely have attempted to find a way to the Lord of the throne. And then you find here in Surah Takwir 20 that there is someone already with the owner of the throne secure in position. So it would be unjust for Allah to tell the polytheists this who believe in, as Allah says, they claim that there are gods with him, other gods with him. So it's not right of Allah to even put forth this reasoning to them, the polytheists. Right? You see this? And had this ayat been like this, that the polytheists are saying, had there been other gods with them? So if, as they claim, the polytheists would be saying that they would try to find a way to, no. So that's wrong. No, it can't be like this, that the polytheists are saying. It's Allah who's saying. So, mistakes I make, I'm correcting myself. I admit my mistakes humbly. I am very bad, Please look at this now and help me. Please pay attention to this. They would surely have attempted to find a way to the Lord of the throne. So, why is Allah saying this? No, Allah is saying this. They would surely have attempted, tried to find a way to the Lord of the throne. Right? This part. This part Allah is, they would surely have attempted to find a way to the Lord of the throne. Trying to find my stylus. Sorry, excuse me. I don't know where I put it. Oh God. So here, I can't find it. You see, this Allah is saying, as they would surely have attempted to find a way. There's already a messenger, Kareem, possessor of power, with the honor of the throne, secure. So Allah can make him secure, right? Anyone, possessor of power, the same attribute as Allah in power, right? So, then in power, what does this mean? What does this mean? This means, sorry, Zalmi hours. I have to put you on timeout. What does this mean? Please be honest and please pay attention. This could save lives, ex-Muslims' lives, people from being adultery in zina, adultery, being saved. Maybe somewhere in Indonesia, Malaysia, maybe somewhere in Africa, Muslim, Islamic country, city, place, village. Tawhid is gone. You know why? Because there can be many with God, with Him, Allah, and be secure with Him. Surah Takwir 20. And there can be many zi kuwati, many gods. Only that in this ayat, Rasul Kareem is the possessor of power with the honor of the throne. Right? But taking the Surah Takwir ayat 20, right? Taking Surah, what you can say, you can then look at this Surah 17 ayat 42, and you can say that, Salam, madam, your session is amazing. Oh my God, you've come back. Wa alaikum assalam. Welcome. Oh my God, he's come back. He's saying that my session is amazing. How? Ooh. Sorry. Praise be to that. All the gods. I don't know. I'm just taking the. Sorry, I have to put the volume. Oh my goodness. Thank you for coming back and telling me. This means a lot to me. Much, 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 much peace, beauty, beautiful life, and everything I wish for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you with the, thank you, thank you. This is great. This gives me courage. This gives me strength. This gives me something I can't say. I mean, I'm unable to express myself. This could save lives. There's one Muslim who's seen it, who's seen reason. I can appreciate the great work you put into it. Okay, but you don't see it. You're still not accepting it, right? Not able to accept it. The reason. Oh, that's sad. So, but thank you for coming, and thank you for saying that you appreciate the great work I've put into this. Thank you very much. At least this much you have appreciated. I really, really, really appreciate that. Okay, so I'm really saddened that you can't see the very simple reason I'm using to show you from these two Quran ayats. So my spirits are still slightly low, but not as low as the what it was before. And please, in any way, at that time I was in trauma. My trauma was aggravated. So I came here and I have to be in guard with the. Sometimes I feel that Muslims are not honest and they don't have that thing, substance, to be honest and accept the thing. So that's very sad, actually. Like you chose one translation, but you should have seen the word by word. Very easy. Quran.com gives you word by word translation of Arabic. So I thought that you were dishonest or something. And please cooperate and tell me where you're from, at least, if you can, so that I know that you're, whether your mother tongue is Arabic or not. And even some Arab Muslims are still Muslims. This is the problem, right? Yeah. So even if you tell me your mother tongue is Arabic, what could happen? Like Salahuddin. Yes, Salahuddin, the Saudi Arabian brother, dear special brother of mine. Until this day, he cannot accept it. How many? This one, stylus, and this one, other thing. How many would I take out? I was thinking of my. So, do you see this? Or uh, the line between taking these two ayats now, I don't have to, my jaw is stressed. Taking these two ayats, what happens? Use the reason. Deen mein bhai Jan raat mein uf Jan at Salahuddin. Salahuddin is not here. Alicia ex-Muslim, I banned you from this. How come you're back here? Huh? No, no. YouTube, Alicia ex-Muslim. I thought hiding you, my Indian brother, whose sister comes here, told me the, that hiding someone is banning them forever or how many days? Okay, back there. Very, very important. Hindu gods, Greek gods. Right now, I'm not Sanatani, I'm not Hindu. I get some connections, but I cannot define myself what I am right now. The only thing is, we have won ex-Muslims. And this, you know what we have won? If the Muslims care to see this, Tawhid is gone, finished, with these two Quran ayats. If explained properly, I mean, just see it and it's gone. As a Shia, I tell you, if just looking at these two ayats, when I was looking at Surah 17, ayat 42, coming across it, it would not make so much sense to me. You know, and like deep, I wouldn't be, but I would pass through it without questioning it. Read through. there was something inside, like a slight pricking. You know that when you know something is wrong with the ayat or something is wrong somewhere, but you're too like, no, this is better. I'm, who am I? My comprehension may be low. This is God saying, this is the word of God. Okay, I had to question Surah Nur at 33, that part. Surah Azab at 30. But this was like maybe my comprehension. Can you believe it? How can Allah give you the fear that trying to find a way to the Lord of the throne? Nauzubillah. Shia Islam says Allah is other than even His creation. No one can reach Him, no one can hurt Him. Right? The infidels cannot hurt Allah. He blots out what Satan and brings the light that they want to Allah. So how can they reach Allah to the throne and try to jeopardize the throne? This is beyond comprehension of any Shia. But if you say that Allah comes down, no, He came, turned to the throne. When did He come? Istawa. Anyways, so if you think that Allah comes down to His throne or something, I don't know, or Allah comes down or He turned to the throne, and God knows He's some energy or something that can be reached through that, reading the other ayat that He rose above the throne, or God knows. So, then I don't know what that. I'll have to go to that ayat some other day. What's that word used? Allah uses for Himself to. He turned to the throne, or He raised Himself above the throne. Now, these two ayats, very simple. Please, I've realized several years of depression, hell, going through my teacher and my case, that a very innocent relationship of love, pure love, we made it so complicated. And then I realized, who does that? A simple thing made complicated by whom, By difficult or treacherous people. How I reached that? Because only hypocrites, treacherous people, not innocent people. A very innocent thing, we complicate it. So I just used the opposite of innocence, right? If you're not innocent, what are you? Let's be like the extremists. Extreme opposite of innocence is corrupted. Inda is better translated here as is held by. Held by? Oh, okay. How did you find this out? Musalma. Okay, it's held by the Lord of the throne, right? Let's even take your translation. A Musalma is saying that Inda is better translated as, are you sure? Can I trust you? Which translation did you use? Are you sure? Can I trust your translation? Okay, what about Surah? Wait a minute. Let me just test you. Test your honesty. Surah Fat Ayat 9. Can you go to? None of your translators. No, they do. Held in honor. So the word by word is wrong. How can I trust in this? Held by. Different translations like Sahih, yes, and Abdul Halim says that. But can you trust in Sahih and Abdul Halim only? Huh? Like, for example, in Surah Fat Ayat 9, who do you say this is? Which translation are you going to give me? Huh? Surah Fat Ayat 9. Exalt him, the messenger, or the Allah. Can you have a look at this and tell me? Surah 48, Ayat 9. I think we can go by the majority as a middle solution. No, sorry, I don't use that kind of as a middle solution. By the majority. The Quran itself says not to follow the majority. No, that is not the way to. Uh, that's wrong, I'm sorry. Because here, majority of the translators are saying that it's Allah to be praised, but word by word it doesn't say Allah here. Glorify Him morning and evening, and glorify Him morning and evening. Glorify who morning and evening? So here, please give me an answer until I just want to show what you've said here. Different inda is better translated here as is held by. Held by. So I asked you more, and you said different translations like Sahih and Abdul Halim says that. And so you said, I think we can go. You think you can go by the majority as a middle solution. Do you think? Oh, so you think, so there's an opinion of yours, ijma, of the majority you're saying. So you would take the ijma of the majority translators. You would go by the majority ijma. Huh? And the majority can be wrong. You know who was Hafs? You know we have Hafs Quran? Your own religious scholars or someone has said that Hafs is a liar. So how can you take Hafs's Quran? The Hafs Quran. If you go to Rob Christian or somewhere, you will learn from them that Hafs was a liar. Your own, though someone has said that Hafs is a liar, and that person is very qawi in its this thing, character analysis, and we find him lying. He was a liar. Your own Sahabas, or maybe, you know, who has said Hafs is a liar? Prophet? In the hadiths, in your hadiths, we find Rob Christian's video. Right? So you still haven't, sorry, you cannot convince me like this at all. Do you know the Hafs Quran that you have now? You know who was Hafs? He was proven to be a liar, and yet you take him, his Quran, him as a scribe. What did they say? Hafs was. You know the Hafs Quran. Hello, Musalma. Huh? And what about taking uh, Jesus Christ as Lord with Allah? Many such translation. Your majority of your translators have mistranslated this ayat to mean Surah Tawbah, ayat 31. Oh, 31. Sorry, that was a mistake. Majority of your translators, Rob Christian corrected, brought this to attention. What do you say about this? Majority of your translators have mistranslated this ayat, Surah Tawbah 31. Now, a Muslim came and accepted that Jesus, Masih ibn Maryam is to be taken as Lord with Allah. They have taken the rabbi. See, if this ayat should have been put like this, they have taken Masih ibn Maryam, their rabbi and their rabbis and their monks as lords besides Allah. They were commanded except that they worship one God. There is no God except Him. Glory be to Him from what they associate with them. Majority of translators put commas, try to say that since here they have taken their rabbis and their monks as lords besides Allah and the Messiah, son of Maryam. You see, it's come after taking rabbis and the monks as lords besides Allah. The Masih comes after that, which means that the Masih ibn Maryam should be taken with Allah as Lord. And the majority of your translators. So if you come like this, have put it in a way that Masih ibn Maryam, the way this ayat is put, you don't take it like that. You don't take the Masih, son of Maryam, as Lord with Allah. But it's wrong. So sorry. Your claim here is wrong. That you think we can go by the majority as a middle solution. Absolutely wrong. Correct yourself. Okay? Thank you very much. Please correct yourself. Next time, don't blame me for personal attacks and all this. I would never deceive you, never cheat you. I'm not eager to win and have awards. I'm eager to save those people, yes. But when I was a Shia, we had a different view about this Islam. Being peaceful, never even calling a kafir a kafir. a fellow Muslim a kafir on the faces and saying, you're not a Muslim. So I would appreciate it if you would stop misleading people, Muslims also. You're Muslims, and lying to them. And think of all the people that can be saved in Muslim countries where the laws are very strict. Saudi Arabia, flogging and all this for adultery, cutting of hands. Ex-Muslims can be executed. Ex-Muslims executed. Anyone who criticizes Islam executed. Or the Prophet. So now what do you have to say about this? Please don't take his way. Look how they're trying to lie and deceive you. Cheat you. I mean, this is the height of cheating and deceiving and going with liars and wanting you to go with them. Height of deception. I'm sorry. This is the height of deception. What heights you can go to deceive people, to make them believe in your Islam or stick to your Islam. So you would go with the majority in every way and then tell the Muslims that Shias are in minority. Also this point that I want to put forth. Ismaili Shias, 12er Shias, even Ahmadis are in minority. Don't listen to them. They are kafirs, disbelievers. Don't even go towards them. So sorry, this kind of reasoning which you think and your thinking is wrong. Completely. So please, those Muslims who are honest, I care for, and those who would be punished even. Strict laws applied on children, nine-year-old girls, to pray namaz when they don't even understand the Quran. When your Muslims here don't understand the Quran, you're forced to pray namaz at the age of 9, girls. I mean, this is outrageous, I tell you. How unfair. Tawhid is gone here. Surah 17, ayat 42. Surah 81, ayat 20. Because there is already a Rasul Kareem who is possessor of power with the owner of the throne secure. Please have some consideration for truth and justice and stop misleading people with the majority thing and your thought. Okay? Please have some regard, some integrity. I was also Shia, but it wasn't that you come into my religion, you come to my school of thought. If God wants to save you, will bring you And truth can be said in the most beautiful way. Our Imam has said, right? So there's no need for uh, arguments and debates. Sometimes Imam said that you don't need to debate anyone until if they ask you, if they come to you, you can call us Shias. Let them call you what they want to call you, right? Like that meant. Not in, it's like implied, like what the Sunnis call the Shias. But it has been decided in Cairo University by the head there, Islamic head, that Shias are one of the schools of Islamic school of thought. And if you think how to take these middle course for a solution, going with the majority translators, I'm sorry, even your thinking is wrong because you're independently thinking, right? Even if you bring 10 Muslims and say that they agree to you, your way, God has said, think in the Quran, otherwise, God would put abomination on you. But God has also said in the Quran, ask those who know if you do not know. First of all, you can't, if you ask Hafs, he was a liar. Ask those who know. Who are these? Ask those who know. Ahl al-Bayt? So they come from the progeny of Muhammad later on, that you need to ask them after Muhammad leaves you. Now it's not even the Christians and the Jews. So somewhere you can't just use your thinking and come with the majority as a middle solution. You're going against Quran ayats, like ask those who know if you do not know. It doesn't say ask the majority. And come to a middle solution. For even the differences in you, the Quran doesn't say ask the majority. It says in Surah Nisa, Ayat 65 or 64. Make Prophet Muhammad the judge. Follow his sunnah in another ayat. And it says wisdom, so I looked at it. Follow the Quran and the wisdom. Follow Allah and the Quran, the wisdom sent to you. Meaning his sunnah, your Quran ayats, footnotes, Quran.com. So Ahl Sunnah. So are you Ahl Sunnah? There are different views on how to take that ayat. I found, but didn't put it in my notes, and I've forgotten in which surah. Another thing is, Surah Nisa 65 says, but no, by your Lord, they will not truly believe until they make you, O Muhammad, judge concerning that over which they dispute among themselves, even among themselves, and then find within themselves no discomfort from what you have judged, and submit in full submission. So, after Muhammad, what do you do? Has God told you that through ijma, consensus, majority, and you think we can go by the majority? I think many Muslims, like Shia Muslims, will disagree with you. And even there are Quran ayats that will disagree with you. On that. For example, I don't think I've properly. For example, let's take like ask those who know if you do not know. Who are they? Are they Sahabas? Ask those. They are the Ahl Zikr. Ask those who know. If you do not know. And your Sahabas are not the Ahl Zikr. Ask those who know if you do not know. Do you know about that Durud Sharif on Ibrahim, wa Ali Ibrahim, Kamastali, the whole, we Shias only used to say, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad. Ask those who know if you do not know. Quran ayat. And we send not before you except men to whom we revealed our message. So to those who we have revealed our message. So ask the people of the message if you do not know. So the Shia say the people of the message. Oh God, again with the Shias. This is the problem. You lead me. Surah Nahl ayat 43, right? So Rasulullah has left his Ahl al-Bayt and the people of the message. Thoroughly purify you, Ahl al-Bayt, with thorough purification. And if the Sunnis include Muslims, the wives of the Prophet, as the Quran ayat starts with, then you have to believe in Aisha, Hazrat Aisha, and Hafsa also, who annoyed the Prophet. And they were given a threat so bad that Allah then, and if that one who is protector of Rasulullah, the righteous believers, the contradictions too many, sir. Musalma, sir Musalma. You are contradicting yourself too much. So please, let's go back. Very easy. And don't forget Surah Nisa ayat 82. If there are much contradictions in the Quran, this Quran will be from other than Allah, is from other than Allah. So this is one of the contradictions of many I found in the Quran. And how you follow Islam and how you take things for a solution in Islam, even in that are many contradictions and many sects going different ways to understand, and they think they have understood Islam. Surah 17, ayat 42, say, O Muhammad, had there been other gods with him, as they claim, they would surely have attempted to find a way to the Lord of the throne. God himself says this. And this means that he didn't want anyone to even find a way to the Lord of, or try to find a way to the Lord of the throne. Why don't ask me? I mean, you can, then I've read the footnotes why from alamodudiquran.com. This is also from Quran.com in my notes. So, Surah Takwir 20, we find that there's already a Rasul Kareem with the owner of the throne, secure in position. This would mean that the reason given to them, the reason given to the polytheists by Allah in Surah 17, ayat 42 is invalid, not valid at all. Because we see in Surah Takwir, ayat 20, a Rasul Kareem has is the possessor of power, possessed of power, and with the owner of the throne secure. There is secure here. And their gods can be secure with the Lord of the throne. Because it says, had gods with him. That claim other gods with him, right? That there are gods with them. And God here says, they would, if there were other gods with them, as they claim, then they would surely have tried even to find a way. So trying to find a way to the Lord of the throne is not allowed. Is objected by God. And we find that in Surah Takwir already there's a Rasul Kareem with the owner of the throne secure in position. That would mean that their gods also can be with the owner of the throne secure. So now we don't know. Even there's one, their God can be, there can be many gods, possessors of power, like angels, like this Rasul Kareem, with, being with him, with the owner of the throne, let alone trying to find a way to the Lord of the throne. There's already Rasul Kareem with him. So now you can have many gods. The reason I gave you the contradiction I showed you, the invalidation of this, what do you call that, statement against them, and the gods, many gods with Allah, lines gone Tawhid. I would now not even as a spiritual person say that there is oneness, one God. No, I can say oneness, like there's harmony in many. I don't know, there could be billions of gods with, for now, just to take this Islam with the owner of the throne, Allah. Billions of gods, secure, right? Other gods with them. So God can't even take this. I don't know why he's saying this, first of all. But anyways, I looked at the tafsir and I understood. But in itself, the Quran ayat is not saying why. And this makes no sense. To find a way to the Lord of the throne? I mean, the nearness, like, what's wrong in that, right? Then your people are giving tafsirs and explaining that they would have contended with God. Because you can have qurbatan illallah, right? Have nearness to Allah. And these poor people, again, the polytheists in Surah Zumar ayat 4:3. Unquestionably, for Allah is the religion, the pure, and those who take besides Him. Okay, here it's besides Him, protectors. Not we worship, but what? Not we worship them except Allah, that they bring us near to Allah. Near to Allah. In nearness. Right? To Allah in nearness. What's wrong in that? Let's suppose, even if this deception you have given me, deceptively, saying that I think we can go by the majority as a middle solution, and is better translated here as is held by. So can these gods be held by the throne of the Lord, the owner of the throne? even if you come like this, as misleadingly as you have come, and you can't see the other contradictions in the Quran, even if you come like that, although I disagree vehemently, like with reason though, reasonable grounds I have to disagree with you. But let's say even if you take the majority translations and you think that would be right, a middle solution to the truth about the Quran ayats, even then, Allah says here in Surah 17, ayat 42, that they would surely have tried to find a way to the Lord of the throne. Yet we find already there's a Rasul Kareem with the owner of the throne secure. So even if you use your majority's tafsirs of this Quran ayat, Surah 17, ayat 42, it contradicts with Surah 81, ayat 20. The majority tafsir, take the Sahih International tafsir from Quran.com, footnote of Surah 17, ayat 42, contradicts when you come to Surah 81, ayat 20. So this false contradicts false apart. You can have 1,000 in power, possessors of power. They could be Rasul Kareem, the politics can call them gods, with the owner of the throne secure. Do you get it? If you don't get it, I've got it. Maybe I failed to show you. I will come again. If I'm alive, if they don't distract me here and in my private life, plaguing my mind with thoughts and pulling me down. Okay? So, no. I don't need any award. I don't need to win for myself. My award is with whom? I'm not like that Rasul that now love my near of kin. My award is with Allah. And then say, oh, Allah has come. Sorry, a revelation has come from Allah. Please love my near of kin. Don't harm them. Zainab par, Safiya par, ai waqt ye kaisa aaya hai. Te 18 Bani Qurayza. I don't know. More than 18. At least Bibi Zainab had 18 by the subh talak. Until morning I had 18 brothers. On Zainab, what time has come? On Zainab bint Ali. Te subh talak 18 mere bhai. Until morning I had 18 brothers. Ask the Bani Qurayza tribe how many there were. Ask Safiya how many brothers she had. Ask Jaweria. Freed captives, but she had to give herself to Muhammad. Her father was seeing that she's being raped by Muhammad. Jaweria bint Harith, whose husband was Mustafa, killed. Right? And those alive I think like Imam Zain al-Abidin, it's the worst for them. So must have been the worst for Jawaria bint Harith's father to see his daughter being raped. She was married, but he took her. She fell in the hands of Thabit, Qais, Thabit bin Qais or Qais bin Thabit. Oh, sorry, sorry if the name. What a thing. Okay, so Shias also, I think. Tawhid gone. I can't believe it. According to the Quran, Ayats 1742 with compared with 8120. So if there can be one Rasul Kareem, possessor of power, the attribute of Allah, having the power of Allah, Zikuwati, with the owner of the throne, secure. Why can't there be many gods, possessors of power, with the owner of the throne, secure? Why not? Because the Quran says yes, one can be, and he's Rasul Kareem. Then why not many gods also be? And they will not be condemning or whatever the reasons you Shias and Sunnis give about under Surah 17, Ayat 42. So see your own contradictions and accept them. Be good, be honest, have integrity, have honesty, have dignity, have nobility. If truth be against you and yourselves. Okay? Like the Quran ayat says. Another one. I don't know where that came from. Thank you very much. I will take rest, much needed rest. And don't kill me here in my private hours. Right? See this. Killing an honest person. Do you think I wanted to die? Yeah, maybe yes. Thank you very much. God bless you all.